Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been requested for me to do a video on how to use your brushes. This is not me telling you that you have to use them the way that I use them. Makeup is fun. You can do whatever you want, however you want. I'm just, doing what it was requested. And it was for me to teach you guys or show you guys how I use my brushes. And yeah, let's get started. So first, I'm going to start off with foundation brushes. You can apply your foundation with a brush, a sponge, or even your fingers. I tend to lean towards sponges more. I don't know, I just like the finish that it gives me, but all of these tools that I'm going to show you work just as good. So the first type of brush that you can use to apply your foundation is a kabuki brush. The first one is this one. This one is my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80, and as you can tell, it is a flat top and it's very dense. So because it's so dense, that's what ends up giving you the airbrushed finish. And then there are other ones that are very similar, but they're rounded or they have an angle. I prefer the rounded ones. This is like my holy grail foundation brush. Not that I use it often, but when I do, I tend to lean more this one than for my Sigma one. And this one was expensive, and this one was like $1. So, I mean, really, there's not really that much of a difference to me. So yeah, so if you're looking for an airbrush finish, I highly recommend you guys to get a flat top kabuki brush. The other brush that I use for foundation when I do use a brush is a dual fiber brush. Now this one is from e.l.f. and it's really tiny and it's dense. It's very dense, so I feel like it gives you the same airbrush finish that a flat top kabuki does. I love this brush so much. I also use it for my contour. I wouldn't use it for blush just because it would apply too much blush and then I'll look like a clown, but I really do love this one and I feel like it gives you a great finish. The next brush is the big brother of the brush I just showed you, and it's a bigger dual fiber brush, and it just looks like this. This one is also from e.l.f. I use this brush to all the powder that I have when I bake, and I also use this for blush when I just want a wash of color on my cheeks. When it comes to concealer, again, it's all about preference. Brushes are really just what you like. So for concealer, I either use 3 of these brushes. To blend out my concealer, if I'm not using a sponge, I would either go with this, and it's the perfect shape. It's shaped like a tulip. It's called a tulip brush, and it fits perfectly right under your eyes, which I really like. And I usually set my concealer with this as well. The next one is from e.l.f. and it just looks like this. It looks like a large crease brush for your eyes, but I think it blends out your concealer really nicely. I feel like it gives it such a nice finish, and I would say the same thing about this one. They're very similar, except this one is slanted. So what I like about this one is that since it's slanted, it can get in the crevices of your face where other brushes can't really get. Like this one, it's good just for under your eyes or on your face, but this one, if you want to conceal even around your nose, it's perfect for that. For my face, I have a few brushes that are like my favorite. The first face brush I'm going to talk to you guys about is this Sephora brush, and this is a contour brush. I only use this brush when I want like a very dramatic contour because it's so dense. It puts a lot of product in, but then it's fluffy so that it blends really good. I love this brush. It's awesome. I also use this brush to pack on powder underneath my contour when all done, because it's so dense. It packs on the powder pretty awesome. You don't have to go in twice as you would with other brushes. The next brush is also a tulip brush, but it's very fluffy, and it's this brush right here. This one I also got at Sephora. Sephora brushes are amazing. They're expensive, but they will last you a very long time. For this brush, I mainly use this for blush. I think it applies my blush perfectly. I feel like it fits just very nicely in my cheek area, but you can also use this for bronzer because it's so fluffy and it blends everything out so nice. For the next brush, it's dirty because I just used it, but it's an angled brush. It kind of looks like the kabuki brushes I showed you, but it's much fluffier. And I use this one for contouring as well because with this little angle right here, it fits perfectly on my cheek area, and then right after I'm done with it, I can just use it to apply my blush as well. So that's what I love about brushes like this, where I can use the same brush for multiple purposes. Now to set my face, I use this big powder brush from Real Techniques. It's huge. This is the brush I always go in if I need to blend my contour, or if like my blush and my contour are looking kind of patchy. I just go in and I blend it out. or when I want to wipe off my baking underneath my contour. So now for the eyes. Alright, the first brush that I feel you need for your eyeballs are fluffy crease brushes. So I have two, and these are two of my favorite ones. One is tapered and one is just a regular fluffy crease brush. These brushes, you use them to blow out color in your crease. Brushes are really good to apply color onto your crease, because when you put a color in your crease, you don't want it to be too harsh. You just want it to be a nice wash of color. You don't want the color to be so concentrated in there. And these are good because it gives you the right amount of color in your crease, and then it helps you blend them out as well. Next brush that I cannot live without is my Sigma E25, which is also a blending brush, but it's a lot smaller and it's a bit tapered, and this fits perfectly right into the crease so you can get a more precise look. And then you can also use this to smoke out your lower lash line, which I really enjoy. The next brush I think you definitely need is a pencil brush. When I use this, I don't only use it on my lower lash line, but I also use it to create a cut crease because it fits perfectly in my crease and it's very precise. I use it to highlight my inner corners or to highlight my cupid's bow. The next brush is a flat definer brush, and it looks like this. And I use this brush to pack on color on my lower lash line without getting too messy. The reason why I love it so much is because it's dense, so it gets the color right in there and it's very precise. You can also use this to fill in your eyebrows. It's not angled, but I feel like it does the job. And you can also use this to smoke out your upper lash line as well. These brushes are awesome. This is a $1 e.l.f. brush, and it's an eyelid brush, and you can just use this to pack on color to your lid. Most of the time you can use your fingers. I'm all about that life, but if you don't like to use your fingers, you can always get this brush. Like I said, it's $1 and it works amazing. Tiny little brush, and this is a precision brush. And I use this when I'm doing a cut crease and I want to put concealer on my lid. And the last brush that I'm going to talk to you guys about is this brush, and it's your typical concealer brush, and you can use this to apply your cream contour. You can also use it to clean up your eyebrows, and I think that's all I use it for. Oh, you can also use it to pack on color to the lid because of the shape. The last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about, it's not even a brush. It's the sponge. I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat this, but I don't get tired of it. I just want everybody to experience the awesomeness of a beauty blender or a Real Techniques sponge. Not all sponges are created equally, unfortunately. Beauty blender is amazing, but I have 3 of them and they have all broken within the 3 months, and they're 20 bucks. That's 60 bucks on sponges that are laying in my drawer right now. But anyways, I highly recommend the Real Techniques sponge because I think it works just as good as the Beauty Blender. Yes, the Beauty Blender has its uniqueness, but that does not mean that this doesn't work amazingly as well. I use this to apply my foundation, my concealer, my powder, my highlight, and my brush. Hello. That just means that all of these brushes that I just talked about is in one sponge. So yeah, like I said, it's, you know, your preference, whatever you like. Personally, like I said, I love the Beauty Blender or the Real Techniques sponge. You guys get the drift. And yeah, I suggest you guys start off with e.l.f. e.l.f. is super affordable, and let me tell you, e.l.f. is amazing. I've had some of these brushes for a really long time, most of them since 2011, because my aunt bought me my first set, and they're still standing strong. I haven't had any of them break. None of them have shedded on me, which is crazy. And yeah, like I said, they're still going strong, and I even use them in my makeup kit. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If I missed anything, ask them down below. I have no issue responding to you guys, and leave your suggestions and your ideas for some upcoming videos. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye!